I'm about to bust.
We get to the part where he scams the guy.
Give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass. I'm tired of people saying that because I am who I am, I can't say a factual observation. Shut the fuck up.
Meerkat Mom. Who?
Eat it. Kiss my fucking ass and lick my ball. Eat it. Fucking eat it. Oh, he's doing the meme. Oh, this is strange. Eat it. Eat it.
Eat it!
Eat it. I am fucking based. Lick my ball. Eat it. Fucking eat it. Shut the fuck up. Take your fucking ass.
Oh.
Eat it. Eat it.
Big juicy butt.
Kiwi Farms. I want to mail you a spoon on a daily fucking basis. Phil's a racist. Phil's a sexist. Phil's this. Phil's that. I am who I am. I am fucking based. Eat it. Kiss my fucking ass and lick my ball. Eat it. Fucking eat it. Oh, he's doing the meme. Oh, this is strange. Eat it.
Oh.
Eat it.
Dom DeMonco.
Eat it. I am fucking based.
Make the bad man stop.
Fucking eat it. Shut the fuck up. I am who I am. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. And I had a segment where I got incredibly animated and emotional and upset because people on the internet tend to think that because a lot of people make fun of him and you know, call him a lollipop or whatever, that apparently I don't have the right to state facts.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh, help is what we're gonna need tonight, because Toxicity is back on the menu, boys.
Please clap.
And women. Just anybody. It's back on the fucking menu. Just due to the fact that what originally was supposed to be Fightcade, and I had no fucking interest in that, because it's just due to the fact that there's Phil trying to set up Fightcade. About Fightcade,
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
that's gone. And apparently, from what I was to understand, it was very, 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 very unhinged.
Please clap.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's something that I actually wanted to look into. It really, really is. It's one of those things I really have to see just to fucking believe this, because I really have to know what transpired. I really want to know what transpired throughout the entirety of tonight and today. Just the entirety of Tuesday, April 23rd. I want to know what transpired. So, looking on his channel, though, I'm looking at this right now. Well, Fightcade is canceled as it exposes your info. Info with 3 exclamation points. Why? I don't know what's Phil's fascination with exclamation marks, but you don't fucking need it. Like, look at my title of my stream. I don't have any exclamation points. And if I do, it's in the description, like normal people. But then again, with this, though, it's so strange, though. Like, for Phil, it was a day where he was trying to scam people and try to make it all about detractors. But for me, it was a goddamn Tuesday. And then continuing onward, the daily rap, we're going to get into that later on. And then Fightcade, I was going to say Fight Night. Fightcade's a no-go. Chill vibes and new animations. And somehow he wants to put that as the main fucking title. I don't understand that. I really fucking don't with that one. And also, games, coffee, support, and live detractor roasting. Like, what roast, Phil? Every single time we've seen you trying to roast people, you burn down the goddamn kitchen just to try to roast somebody.
Phil, you make me angry, Phil.
Am I buzzed? No, just really ecstatic and just a little bit annoyed. Just due to the fact, work. But then there's also a stomach bug that I had just for a little bit, but it's gone now.
Please clap.
And it's just a fucking mess, man. It's just a fucking goddamn mess. And I'm just gonna move all those over, just because why not? After you look at those videos, unhinged is a small word for him. Deranged, insane, or in need of mental help. Yeah, or a few of my own thoughts. Oh, that's anyone's thoughts, really. Delusional is definitely another one.
Please clap.
Who's the detractor? I don't know. That's the thing. He wants to say this detractor was roasted. Oh, did he say it was Duty Streams? Did he say that it was Snort Hogan? Did he say that it was, oh, I don't know, Darksea DePhil or DeFlo? Did he say any of these names? No. Just a random fucking name of nobody. And that's the thing with nobody. And then we're just gonna keep going onward. And yeah, I do have playlists just for this in mind for it. Just because I can. We're gonna start off with just a little bit of his podcast, due to the fact that his podcast was about an hour and 45 minutes long. This is about 42 minutes.
Please clap.
And Lord knowing, I'm going to make this incredibly fucking long. He definitely benefited from that 72-hour hold after this night. Oh, surely he benefited from that.
Please clap.
What's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's just one of those nights, one of those days where we're just going to sit here and just truly wonder what goes on in the mind of someone completely toxic.
Let me tell you something, brother.
And funny enough, this could have been a video, but no, I have to stream this entire thing of it because I'm not going to take Steve's title of the longest detractor videos ever. I'll leave that up to him. But for now, we'll just do this.
Snort, snort, snort.
Code.
Hang on.
Dom the Mongo.
I don't know why Streamlabs is messed up. Hang on. Coach, I did put it as a moderator, funnily enough. He also didn't name drop you, in spite of me name dropping you in a super chat. He just doesn't want to bring up anybody, though. And sadly enough, Dylan, the people that were telling him who I was, they spelled my name wrong. Funnily enough. I just think that is entirely fucking funny, in just my opinion. But anyways, where is it? Not that one. Is it alert box? Is it alert box? No, it's not alert box. Hell no, it's not. Cloud. That's what it is. Let's see. Modules, commands. No, it's not commands. Not modules. I don't even know what it is. It's not loyalties. Is it giveaway? No, it's not giveaways. Bending's not that either. But I already did want it though. I don't get it. Hang on. Loyalty. Settings. I hate the fact that I had to do everything with that though. But anyways, Q, quotes, no commands. I'll figure something out.
Drip, snort, snort.
I got the drip.
Honestly, Duty Streams has the intro. It's so much better. Ibiga, do you suffer from insomnia like I have? I always suffer from insomnia, and it's a sad thing with it though. Even when I sleep normally, I still suffer from it. People are like, I'm going to bed. Me, nah, I'm gonna stay awake.
So, okay, we got that out of the way. Now, what I wanted to talk about is Fightcade. Okay?
Ah, yes, Fightcade. The one thing that you were holding over your audience's head, something that your audience voted for, and then all the goddamn sudden, you just want to sit there and go, well, I'm not going to do Fightcade anymore.
Fightcade. Boy, let me tell you guys something. This starts all the way back in the mid-2000s. Okay? In the mid-2000s, GGPO Netcode was released. Now, this Netcode was basically something to work with already existing emulators.
Uh-huh. It was, huh? What up, Darksea the Flow? Welcome to the stream. Hang on. Let me try something here. I'm gonna do a little test here. I swear to God, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna get upset. I am definitely gonna
Dom
be...
the Mongo.
Hey, it works! And people are gonna be like, what did you do? What did you do to fix it? Apparently, I had Cloudbot turned off. I am ashamed.
Oh God, shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Hey, it's back.
We're already playing
I forget why I had it turned off in the first place. I think I was doing something, and I just forgot to turn it back on. I think that was the case.
games online in the mid-2000s through emulators over the internet.
Phil, you make
But it was
me
all-
angry, Phil.
And now the fucking bot is gonna have fun.
Please clap.
Yay. Did I turn on the boost for this thing? I did turn on the boost. Why is it? Okay, I'm whatever, I guess.
Lag-based netcode, which is really called delay-based netcode.
What up, this Dark Fairy? Welcome to the stream. It was a day for film. And I'm not going to go over the Elden Ring stuff, just due to the fact that the Elden Ring stuff is relatively boring. And it's just not very interesting, though. It really, really isn't. Who even sleeps when you can watch Mr. Brunel? I don't miss a thing. Oh, no one does. No one misses a thing with it. Which RPG sent out to rot and die will be used for dent luring first? If I had to pick, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because people were wanting that game, he yelled at his audience saying that he's not going to do it. Instead, he's doing Dragon's Dogma 2. And look how well that turned out. It didn't turn out well in his benefit. Fuck Adam.
What that means is when there is an issue with the latency or whatever, the game will slow down and start to play in slow-mo.
Oh yeah, it went in the slow-mo. Excuse me.
That way you can try to catch up with the things that it's having an issue with the latency. Alright? With the GGPO netcode, it does the opposite. The game keeps running at the same speed. And it uses...
Jesus fucking Christ, what a disgusting little piglet. Like, I don't get it, man. I really don't understand it. Just due to the fact that he's talking about all these netcodes, he's like, oh my god, this netcode that's used in Fightcade is the best. It's really not, though.
It's a predictability factor to kind of guess.
Why is DSP so toxic to people who aren't even detractors? I'll tell you why.
We've got to have money.
Essentially that.
What exactly it is that's being input.
Yeah, GGPO. That's the one, not rollback netcode, but the one netcode he kept saying that was really decent, when in reality, rollback netcode is where it's at.
And then it tries to rectify that after the fact. So if you're playing in a bad connection on a rollback netcode, which was originally called GGPO netcode.
How do you know any of this, Phil? Did Tony Cannon tell you this personally?
What'll happen is...
Bang, bang, bang.
A good day to everyone that's joining in this stream. It's going to be one fucking hell of a ride.
You'll see something happen on screen, but then if it was wrong, it'll reverse what happened on screen, take it back, and then show another outcome. Or in the worst case scenario, it'll take it back and just fast forward, and then something happened you never even got to see.
No, that's not even the case at all, Phil. It'll just go back a few frames. It's not even a whole lot, though, Phil. You seem to think that it's like, okay, you're about to do a punch. Okay, it's going to roll back to when you're back 50 feet away. Yeah, I am vaping right now, because right now, you need a lot of nicotine. You need whatever it takes to get through Phil. In my case, it's caffeine and nicotine. In this case, I have... What flavor is this? Red, white, and berry. And that's just what I have with it. Yeah.
Bang, bang.
And I remember
bang, bang, bang.
when the GGPO netcode first released, and you know, we were asked to test it out. The FGC was outright asked, hey, everyone, test this out and give us feedback on it.
Shut the fuck
And I played on it, and I was like, wow, it definitely feels smoother than the delay-based netcode. But, dude, you would be teleporting. You would be going all over the place. And then even when you were playing a match that looked good, like there was no teleporting or rollback visible, you'd be playing and sometimes your move just would outright not come out.
Okay, so now he's saying that it ran smoothly, but when he was talking about the rollback netcode, he was saying that it wasn't a good netcode, and he went out to Tony Cannon about this, saying that, hey, why are you doing this netcode? It sucks. Oh, for money. So again, he's retconning everything, you know, in typical Phil fashion.
Walk forward, punch. Literally nothing. Just walk forward, no input. Huh? Where did my input go?
Huh? Where did my input go? I pressed the button as hard as I could. Where's my move?
And this would happen a lot. It wasn't like, oh, rarely. Probably several times a match. And in a fighting game, you can't afford to have a move just be eaten and dropped and not come out. That's a critical thing about a fighting game. Especially, you know, you were talking mid-2000s. We're not talking modern fighting games. But back then, every move counted. Imagine playing Super Turbo. And it's the critical moment, and you press the button, and absolutely nothing happens, and the opponent now hits you with a giant combo, game over.
But then again, though, Phil, you didn't put in the right input, and I love the fact that you're blaming the whole thing with rollback netcode dropping your inputs, when that's not even the case at all. I love the fact that you're trying to justify your shitty takes with some factual observation. I hate it. Also, Member Bob. I don't know why, but the Member Bobs came out, so it's like, who was gifted? Logan. Pope Super Kame. Why you named that, man? Why? But it's a funny name, though, I'm not gonna lie. And then Shay, Rainbow Snick, Osiris, only Ice Kit Kat, Kryn. And it's not crying, it's Kryn. What is it? SD, and, yeah, Alan, Bears. And also Aaron for dropping that membership. I appreciate it, man.
Please clap.
And I don't know if the text didn't read it yet, but if it does, it does. But I'm doing good, William. Thanks for the 10 spot, man. It's going relatively great tonight, just due to the fact that a lot of toxicity happened. I can't wait to see it.
Or they jump at you. Oh God, let me block. Oh, just doesn't block once. Dead. Just instant death. Like, what the hell? Like, what is going?
Instant death. Not the fact that you're just doing some moves and you take some damage. No, just instant death.
Going on, right? And that's how it was. So it was shocking for me because I was like, wow. So this GGPO netcode, which is again what it was called back then. It wasn't called rollback netcode yet.
Do you have any sources to back this up?
It makes the game look better to me.
From what I've heard, 1 Minute Man did not come back.
It looks smoother. It absolutely does. But the actual experience of playing it is not satisfactory.
The way that he's just telling this story, you can just tell that his leg is bouncing up and down. The way that he's like shaking a lot, he's trying to come up with a lie. He's trying to come up with things to retcon. And people already know he's just bullshitting everybody. The shirt gives it away too. And also the tits.
Number one, when there is a lot of lag, you're teleporting all over the place and things are just, you can't even see what's happening. And then when you have a match when that isn't happening, sometimes your moves just get eaten up. And it was frustrating. And, I even confronted the maker of the code and said, is this true? And everything you're saying is true.
Yeah, that's a bunch of fucking cap right there, Phil. No, it's not. He never said that to you at all. Someone needs to go up and actually ask Tony Cannon if anything that Phil said was true. Because, Lord knowing, he's probably, A, not going to remember who Darkside Phil is.
Hey, stupid.
Or B,
I have 2 big bills due this week.
Oh.
William Baker donated $10. How goes it tonight?
But big ups Willie for the 10 spot. And also, it's going good. Toxicity. I think I already answered it for, but now it decides to show up. It's delayed. It must be the rollback netcode. Imagine that. Well, also, B, another thing I was going to continue this point a little bit forward. B, it would be the fact that if he does remember Darkside Phil, he would just say that I never said that. And then people will pull up the clip of, hey, this is what Phil said about you, and this is apparently what you said, according to Darkside Phil. And he'll just deny it. It's just going to be one of those things.
Okay, well then why is it that when I posted my criticisms of this netcode on your website, shoryuken.com, you removed the post and you suspended me?
Well, then again, though, Phil, weren't you a troll on that website that you would just shit-talk everybody just to get your rise, your jollies off? You said that, Phil, and you kept saying that you were an asshole back then. But, Lord, look, knowing you, Phil, you are the said fucking asshole. And nothing's ever gonna change that.
Please clap.
Man, I hate DSP. Oh, I do too.
Oh, because we're trying to sell this netcode to Capcom.
Yeah, like I was saying before, yeah. What is even a DSP? A pig roach.
Another company, so we can't have people saying negative things about it.
Again, I want Tony Cannon to actually confirm this. I want both the brothers to confirm this.
So all the posts that kiss the netcode's butt saying, wow, this is so much better than delay-based, it looks better, were allowed to be posted. My post, which was honest criticism, was removed, and I was punished.
But then again, though, Phil, everybody that gave their honest criticisms about it, or they just gave their thoughts about the rollback netcode,
stupid.
it's legitimate.
I have 2 big bills due this week.
What?
Mandy donated $1.49.
Oh, God damn it! Why? Why now of all things? Why now? Why do I get this of all time? God damn it! Hey God, I gotta restart the stream. Hey God, let's just do this again with somewhat of a feeling, shall we?
Saying that because I am who I am, I can't say a factual observation. Shut the fuck up.
Who?
Eat it.
Okay, now we're back to the stream. Hello guys, welcome back to the stream. It's gonna be one of those things where I just I'm streaming. There's a lot of toxicity going on. Good day, good morning, good afternoon, just good whatever it is out there in the world. Welcome to the stream. I'm the guy that suffers from insomnia every single motherfucking time.
Please clap.
Let's go.
Okay?
Oh, hey there, Cobra. Hi, Cobra.
That was 20 years ago. Alright?
And for some reason, you say that you don't hold any grudges against people. Clearly, you're holding a grudge to this day.
Since then, obviously a lot has changed, okay? And in reality, everyone has these different skewed histories of Street Fighter, depending on who you were friends with, and who you knew, and where you lived, And my history of Street Fighter is just very different than everyone else's because I lived on the East Coast. I wasn't friendly with the people who ran Shoryuken.com and the people who ran Evo. In fact, it was kind of the opposite. I was kind of at odds with them a lot because I felt that they had a lot of things that they were running that weren't very kosher.
You like to use that word kosher. I don't know why you like to use this word. Are you trying to be cool with everybody by bringing up words like, oh, it's so kosher, peace out? And you just bring up words that nobody really says anymore, Phil. Fucking boomer.
A lot of very questionable practices at their tournaments and all kinds of stuff, okay? So,
Questionable. Very questionable. And I love how someone in his chat is like, why are we even talking about the Netcode?
the reason we're talking about this is because this all ties into Fightcade, okay?
But then again, though, Phil, this whole thing with the netcode, though, about Fightcade, it's irrelevant. At best, it's irrelevant. And yet you're going to bring it up like it's a relevant point.
You don't know.
It was over politics. Yeah, I remember that.
Fightcade.
Because apparently he said something about politics in the SuperNet tip that he left him. He's like, I'm not going to address it. So he out.
All right? And by the way,
What is even kosher? I forgot what kosher was. Let's see. What does it mean to be kosher? What does it mean to be kosher? Let's see. Kosher. Fit or proper. It is in Hebrew, kosher means fit or proper. Kosher food is anything fit for consumption by Jewish people. I don't know why they had to bring up that point with it.
Jughead Jones.
Not boomer if it's 90s. Then again, the way that Phil speaks, he's a 60-year-old man that looks like a 42-year-old, or acts like a 42-year-old in quotes, but he actually acts like a child.
You're absolutely wrong. The posts are not archived there because they were deleted from the site. What you're talking about are unrelated posts, not to the subject, so get banned, you fuckface. Because everything I'm talking about was in IRC chats and shit. These conversations I had.
Hey, Phil, there's still public knowledge with that, though. If the Density Scrolls can find it very fucking easily, then yeah, they're still going to be up there, Phil.
Please clap.
Also, the Wayback Machine is a thing.
They can't be archived from SRK, you dunce.
Yes, they can, Phil. Wayback Machine. You know, that thing that you don't want to do any research on because of Google. Yeah, Wayback Machine exists.
Fucking moron detractor in my chat. Trying to.
And I love the fact that he's bringing up anybody, calling them a detractor. It's like, how do you know this person's a detractor, Phil? What if there's someone from the outside looking in? Like, trying to say, hey, this isn't true. And they're going to call your ass out on it. But nah, they're detractors.
hide out pretending like he's not.
Glub, glub. I gotta drink my gin. Yeah, 1984. Yeah, I saw that, Rebsy. I saw the thing with 1984. I just don't know why he has to bring this up.
I love it. Oh,
Not Rebsy, but Phil.
everything Phil ever said has been archived. Wrong.
Yes, it has, Phil. Believe it or not, anything that you've said has been archived.
Wrong. All the deleted posts are gone. So you would never find my posts about this because they were deleted. The ones that you'll see were the ones that were allowed to be posted. They were selective and what they allowed to be on the site. And no, the private conversations that I had with the people behind the scenes are not archived. You're a moron. Fuck off.
They never said anything about the private conversations, Phil. They were saying what the shit that you posted on the website was public knowledge. Never said anything about the DMs.
So,
No. Wrong.
let's get back to modern day now.
Yeah, modern day. You mean the current era.
Fightcade is an emulation suite program or whatever you call it. And it runs
It's essentially an emulator, Phil.
on GGPO Netcode. Okay? Now, of course, this is 20 years
stupid.
later. I have two big bills due this week.
Brightside Dylan donated $9. BTWI Vega. Did you ever see the Rugrats Passover special?
Vega. I love the fact where it just says Vega, but big ups to the 9 spot, Dylan. Sadly, no. When it comes to things like Rugrats or just Nickelodeon, things as a kid, I never really saw Rugrats when I was a kid, sadly. I kind of wish that I did, though, because I know for a fact anything from Nickelodeon was considered to be, like, epic, god tier animation, cartoons. Sadly, I didn't even see it. Although now I kind of want to now.
GGPO Netcode.
But then again, same thing was like Rocco's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy. Didn't see those. I know of them because clips. But yeah. Now that I know, I can actually watch those.
I'm absolutely
What up, Juice?
sure it's better
And Oleander.
than the original version that I played in the...
How convenient that literally anyone that would help him is just magically gone. The post, the restraining order, the FGC people, all gone, yeah. How mad convenient. Mad interesting.
early to mid 2000s when it was first made available to everyone in the fighting game community. So make no mistakes, I'm sure today's experience is probably a lot better. 20 years to hash out the wrinkles, or iron out the wrinkles, I should say.
You don't even know how to use an iron, Phil. Shut up.
Probably it's going to be better, okay? Also,
do you
it's
know?
free. You don't have to pay for it. They're giving it away. That's pretty cool, all right?
Wait, hang on a second.
Also, it's free. You don't have to pay for it. They're giving it away. That's pretty cool, all right?
Oh, he's talking about Fightcade though. But then again, aren't there like ways that you can use things like paying for it or something like that? I'm not really sure about Fightcade. I don't have Fightcade, so I don't know for sure. You kidding? Ren and Stimpy was life when I was growing up. Yeah, sadly, I know. What up, Golden Spoon? I hear less. Yeah, it was mad interesting.
Now, here's the thing. 10 years ago, I started playing old school fighters on console, and people started giving me crap. Why are you playing Third Strike Online Edition? Why are you playing the Marvel versus collection? I forgot what it was called, but whatever that collection was called.
The Marvel versus collection? They never made a collection for Marvel versus Capcom. They made collections for the like Capcom fighting game collection and the Street Fighter collection, but I didn't see anything about Marvel vs. Capcom.
Why are you playing that on console? There's
Fightcade is like let me see who said it already. Who said? Oh, hey, what up, Censorship? Welcome to the stream. Like Excalibur said, it's an emulation suite that helps out with mostly fighting games. That's the best way to describe Fightcade.
And then we had the Capcom Classics collection, which I played for a good 3 to 4 years, which I really shouldn't have done because it ran horribly on console and had no actual like moderation or anything. Trolling was rampant.
But then again, though, Phil, you played it anyway. You didn't give a fuck what people were saying it was bad or it was boring. You just said the whole entire motherfucking thing that you're gonna play it anyway. What made that collection really good was Chaos Wolf, The Legend of Pantsu Girl, I think that's what the person's name was, and the legendary Sean, or Alex, Goji Tanks.
Please clap.
That's the only reason why Fightcade has been gone out into, like, notorious things, like notoriety, for you being incredibly salty.
In addition, there was the Ultra Street Fighter 2 game.
Oh, there was a collection on there. Oh, the Origins collection. Okay, that's why I didn't know anything about it, though, because I thought it was just for the one game. I know that they made one for, like, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, but not the other one.
On the Switch, and that was a piece of dog shit, because it had hidden characters that were broken and way overpowered compared to the rest of the cast. They weren't meant to be played competitively, but they put them in ranked play, okay? And then, the latest botch was the Capcom Fighting Collection, which featured classic games paired in with Darkstalkers and stuff. A great collection that had no cross-platform
but
play,
you're saying
no
that
promotion, and
shut
literally...
up, Phil, shut up. But you're saying that it was botched, though, that it wasn't good. And all of a sudden, he's like, oh, it was great. It had Darkstalkers, all these other fighting games, but it sucked. Which is it, Phil?
No ease of use when it came to finding people online. So imagine there's 4 or 5 versions of Darkstalkers in this game, and you're trying to play them online, but everyone's in a different one. You can't even find them. Hey, stupid. I have 2 big bills due this week.
Lestat has donated $9.99. 90% of the time kosher is out Jewish food prep.
Big ups, Lestat, for the $9.99. I appreciate that, though. 92%
Hey, stupid. Time. I have 2 big bills due this week.
I actually didn't know that.
Brightside Dylan donated $10. BTW. How come the only guy you go after is Phil and not someone who's worse like John Kirk for Lucy or Dan Schinder? Or someone like Jay Station or Onision or the Paul brothers?
Thanks so much for the 10 spot, Dylan. I appreciate that, though. Onision's not relevant anymore. People have already gone after him. Again, Onision's not relevant. Jay Station, no longer relevant. Paul brothers? Sure, they're relevant now, though, but at the same time, no one really cares about them. I don't personally care for them. Logan Paul is doing his own thing with wrestling, which, yeah, he gets his ass clapped a lot. And then not Logan Paul, but Jake Paul's doing that boxing match with fucking Mike Tyson. I want his ass to be fucking annihilated by Mike Tyson. For an old ass man of Mike Tyson, holy shit, his training regimen goes a little bit harder than fucking like Jake Paul's. And that's just me, personally, for that one. John K., the guy who created Ren and Stimpy, again, relevancy is completely gone, though. Yeah, we already know what he did. It's fucked up, but at the same time, it's already dead and gone. And Dan Schneider, the only reason why he's brought back up again was because of Quiet on Set. Good documentary. I highly recommend it. Problem is that all these people that are being talked about other people out there are going to talk about it. And people are going to have their own opinions about it. So the whole internet about that is just really good when it comes to that.
Please clap.
It's on Netflix. It's on HBO Max, actually, Reaper, if you're talking about Quiet on Set. Onision was really popular back in the day. Come on. He was popular. And then people found out more shit about him. How he was very abusive to anyone that he was with. All the fucked up jokes he made. How he killed a turtle by bringing it outside, putting it in a Tupperware container. Big one. Big container. Big plastic container. Puts it upside down into it and leaves it out in the burning ass motherfucking sun. Ah! It's just sad. It's so sad that all these things happened. And then what he does is even worse with it, though.
So because of that...
Not yet. I'm getting into it, Annie Natsume. And also, welcome to the stream.
Please clap.
I got derailed just a tiny bit. Jake is about going to lose an ear. I think he might lose both of them.
Everyone would try to play and never find matches, or it would take forever.
Oh, that's on the... okay. I did not know that. I might want to watch that, actually.
So they really screwed it up, all right? Like, these last 10 years that there's been attempts to make classic fighting games be on console really have been just a big botch job after botch job, mistake after mistake.
Yeah, mistake after mistake. He's talking about other games that aren't relevant to Fightcade. But yeah, with Onision, though, yeah, it's really surprising that he was a soldier. But apparently there's records that show that he was dishonorably discharged. So he really sucked at his job. Oh yeah, I forgot Ingrid Beavers was a thing too. Also, I had the guy who voiced Billy for Billy and Mandy, and also Zim. Sadly, the only next show that I really know is Invader Zim for some reason.
And all along, being that I was a console gamer, right? People would say, man, Phil, you're really missing out.
I'm sorry, I thought you actually played games on PC, but now you're saying you're mostly console PC. Which story is it?
Everyone who plays retro fighting games plays them on Fightcade on PC. Literally. There's an entire enthusiast community of people playing retro games on PC, and you're never part of it, which sucks because we can see you're good at old fighting games. We want to see you play old fighting games at a good capacity.
Not really, though, Phil. You say that you could be really good at fighting games. Doesn't matter if they're new or modern. You're still bad at them.
And you're just not getting that because you're playing these crappy console versions of the games. Okay? So, I always said, hey, listen. I don't have the viability to do it. I just don't. And also, there's another concern that a lot of people don't realize, okay? When you talk about Fightcade or any of these emulators or whatever, who do you think is honestly playing Fightcade? Do you think that it's just a bunch of casual people who just, oh man, I heard that you could play old fighting games on there. Let me just boot it up, you know?
Yeah, people that actually like fighting games, or people who are casual gamers, they like Fightcade, or people just like to emulate games. Yeah, people like that. We'll play them, Phil. What's the problem? What's up, Cobain? Welcome to the stream. You know, because you're a cringing meme lord and Invader Zim is cringy. I know what you're trying to do, Corez. Thin ice. But no. Reason why I really liked Invader Zim was because of one little tiny thing. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. The guy who created that also created Invader Zim, which makes it really good.
And play it casually, and this will be fun. I hate to tell you guys, that's not who's on there, okay? You want to know who's on there? People who likely are either old school players who this is the only viable way for them to play these games anymore because there are no arcades to play against people anymore. So this would be the one way to get competition in them. Or people who have come up in the community over the last 10, 20 years who necessarily weren't playing these games because they were too young back in the day, but they've grown an affinity for them. So I would bet, no exaggeration, there's probably a group of 20 to 30-year-olds, younger than me, that are super duper good at old school fighting games now, solely because they've been playing them on Fightcade for the past 15 years. I wouldn't be surprised at all. When they do a Super Turbo tournament, how much do you want to bet the top placers are people who just sit around playing on Fightcade all day? And there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
but the point I'm making is these are people who never have two big bills.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm the
Outside
champ.
donated
Me!
$9. Regardless, how come you don't detract from other people who are worse than Phil?
Big up Zelda for the 9 spot. I'll give you a few answers with that. Onision's no longer relevant. He already killed his own stuff by the way that he acts. So, again, detracting to going straight into Onision. Yeah, that's something that won't work, though. John K., his career's already done, though. So, what's the point of going after someone whose career's already dead?
Please clap.
And then also, look, the Paul brothers, people already do that already. Nothing really happens with it, though. You got CoffeeZilla going after Logan Paul for the, what was it? That zoo egg? Crypto zoo? That little scam that you tried running with it, though? Yeah, you got people that could do that a little bit more better than I could. Because with CoffeeZilla, it does a lot more information than I could do.
Please clap.
And then we're going after Dan Schneider. He's already done more shit to himself. So that's the reason why. Who else? I was going to say who else was there on there. J-Station. Who even talks about J-Station anymore? I don't even think that he's around anymore.
Please clap.
So a lot of these people are just gone.
Stopped playing. They've literally been playing non-stop retro games forever. So,
yeah, why does he have to go to people worse than Phil? Yeah, it's my choice to cover anybody. Just like some people could cover Wings, LTG, Keemstar. What was the other one? Boogie. People could cover Phil, Cobra, Bossman Jack. What were the other ones out there? Cyrex, Daniel Larson, Christian. There's a lot of people that people can cover. But at the same time, though, when it comes to lolcows, though, Phil is the most interesting out of the bunch, though. Because on one hand, you think, oh, he's not going to do something stupid. Oh, he did something stupid again.
Please clap.
He's an interesting case study. And all the other ones, sure, they might be interesting to look at. But at the same time, they're kind of boring. I think watching Phil self-destruct is entertaining. The others I find cringe. I can actually agree with that, Yosara.
Please clap.
Or Saru. But also, welcome to the stream.
as much as I like retro Street Fighter,
Who is worse than Phil, though? That's a good question, though. But then again, who is worse than Phil is completely subjective. You could say that Daniel Larson's worse. You could say that Keemstar is worse. But then again, subjectivity. You could say that LTG is worse. You could say that Boogie or Wings is worse. You could say that anybody is worse than one person. But then again with it, though, people could say that Phil's the worst, Christian's the worst. But it's all subjectivity.
Please clap.
all right? Just
Bossman Jack is funny from time to time. Oh, absolutely. Bossman Jack is one of those lolcows that you really have to look and just study from far away because he'll just throw his chair at the wall again.
step into the realm of Fightcade.
Actual convicted murders. Okay, that's a fair point. But at least with those people, though, they're behind bars already, and there's already podcasts dedicated to them.
Literally the people who never stopped playing.
Worse in what way? Worse than what Phil does. Him just begging for money every day. Like someone that did something like worse. Like in the case of Onision, how he actually abused his women that he was with. There's that. And how he almost got a documentary series around him from Chris Hansen, which he kind of fucked up. White Bowser, ooh. Yeah, we don't talk about White Bowser.
Is kind of like someone who's rusty
Yeah, but Elliot Rogers dead, though.
at a sport trying to now go play against pro players.
Cyrex is bad. Yeah, I will agree. He is worse when it comes to anything that's in a sexual nature. But Phil, I would say in that case, Phil's not that kind of person that will actually take advantage of people. It's just everyone else. Like fucking Cyrex or Daniel Larson. They're just the weirdos that you have to absorb. Observe.
Please clap.
God damn it, Phil. You're rubbing off on me and I hate it.
Right? Like, that's literally the situation. So, even if I jumped into Fightcade, you're probably talking like I'm going to get non-stop manhandled and spanked by people who've been playing these games crazy high.
The way that he just says this.
Manhandled and spanked.
That's just a sound clip in and out of itself. Well, Poper Lives, welcome to the stream. That right there, that's just a clip of just this.
We talking like I'm going to get non-stop manhandled and spanked
Yeah, he does that with the bear a lot.
by people who've been playing these games crazy high level for years.
And why is he so scared about it? I don't know why he's so scared about it. We'll get into that.
For example, one of the games I absolutely love from back in the day is X-Men vs. Street Fighter. This was the game that put the versus games on the map. Before that, there was games such as X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes.
I highly doubt that he liked these games.
And this is what started the Marvel licensing.
Just like how he said he liked games like Chrono Trigger, he liked games like the old Final Fantasies or Mario Brothers. But the only game he really liked the most was Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
With Capcom fighting games, the super jumps, the cartoony look. But it was...
There's the lick. Ugh, I hate when he does that tongue lip. It just, oh god, it just makes me sick to my stomach looking at that tongue lip. I saw someone was a mod for a minute. It was like, oh hey, they became a member. Welcome to. I think it was a non. A non became a member for 1 month. Welcome to stream 2, by the way.
X-Men versus Street Fighter that had the first versus the 2v2 gameplay where you could tag in and out and do double teams and do great giant flashy super moves. This was the first game that was super appealing to the eye to watch, not just fun to play. This is what started the big competitive fighting game movement.
So if it's not fun to play, but it's fun to watch, that means that it's just not a good game at all.
Where people wanted to go to tournaments and watch players because the game was it was like a giant, awesome comic book on the screen, right?
Uh-huh. Can you prove that, Phil? This is the thing that I don't like when it comes to Phil. He's like talking how awesome these games are, but he doesn't show it. Instead, he's trying to tell you all these things. Phil, if you're talking in a storytelling sense, show, don't tell.
So, this game is ultra fun. Every character in the game is broken. No exaggeration. Literally every character in X-Men vs. Street Fighter has like an infinite combo that can be done ad nauseum, and you just win when you start landing it. It's crazy broken. Okay? At the same time, sadly, the game is broken because of it. So if you don't know those strategies and combos, you basically don't have a chance. All right? Now, I knew those strategies and combos 20 years ago, but I haven't played the game in so long, it probably would take me a while to get back into the swing of things and start to remember.
Yeah, it would take you a while to get back into the swing of things, but when you get your ass clapped, you'll just keep saying over and over, I'm rusty.
Now imagine I go to play it on Fightcade, and the first match is against someone who's literally played the game since the 1990s, has never stopped playing, plays the game regularly online, and instantly just infinites me, and that's the end. It's like, I get the feeling that
if you're trying to tell a joke with this, Phil, I'm sorry to tell you this. Yeah, every single time that Phil tells a story, we do need an ad nauseum counter.
that's Fightcade. Like, in a nutshell, that's Fightcade. People who are the biggest fans and hardcore players of these games, and this is the only way you can consistently get good matches.
Way to generalize people that actually play with Fightcade.
So this is just what they've been doing nonstop. Again, these are probably the people keeping this alive. When you know, what do they call it? Like the enthusiast community? It's not necessarily a pro circuit for these older games anymore, but they keep it alive via playing on Fightcade, and then they hold their own tournaments as side events during big tournaments, right? So I almost guarantee you that's literally what's going to happen. Now, there's some other issues as well.
Oh, great. There's other issues. Go on, please. You keep talking around in circles and bring things that are completely irrelevant.
When you play on PC, you may not be aware of this, cheating is absolutely rampant.
How do you know this for a fact, Phil?
I mean, this is a free client, all right? There's going to be people who have everything mapped on their controllers, so they don't have to do shit. They're going to have one-button Shoryukens. They're going to have one-button combos and super, all, you know, fucking mash up. They're going to have
Hey, Phil, how do you know this for sure, Phil? How do you know that they're going to map their little fight pad? Because you're assuming, again, that they're having on fight pad. Or better yet, they're just going to have it on their controllers. Like, oh, hey, F is for, or FG, that's going to be the Shoryuken. D is going to be for the kick. S is going to be for the punch. This is going to be for light. This is going to be for another light. Oh, this is going to be for a level 3 super. Again, you're just talking all this shit about how people are cheating, though. But again, you're not sourcing anything. Cite your sources, Phil.
infinite.
Like, show fucking videos of people actually doing this. But that's the thing, though. You just like to tell all these things that are completely irrelevant.
Turbo mode. Hold down the button, and it's going to go kick, 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 kick. Faster than a human can tap the button.
Not all games are going to do that, Phil. Granted, there are some games that you can allow the turbo controller, but if you think it's going to do kick, 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 it's not going to happen.
It's just a rampant thing that you can't stop. It's going to happen when you're playing on PC.
Yeah, at this time, he didn't know that's what it was. He didn't know that it was PDP matchmaking, but yet he thinks that everyone's going to be cheating.
Thing that's free, that has no rules, essentially. Right? So, it's going to be pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, F is for friends that Phil clearly does not have.
I'm guaranteeing you, to get on Fightcade and play these people is literally going to be like a laughable, hilarious experience. The first thing I'm going to do is just kind of mess around and not take it seriously. Because I feel like if I jump in and I start taking it ultra seriously from the get-go, I'm just going to get pissed.
But then again, though, Phil, you take any online game seriously. Even if it's not Street Fighter, you take it seriously. You have a competitive mindset. But yet you're going to keep telling people, I'm playing this casually, guys. I don't care if I win or lose. but then you lose in casual in Street Fighter 6, and then you get mad that they're mashing jab, neutral jump, random level 3 super, and what are you doing? The same thing you're yelling at everyone else for fucking doing.
Phil, you make me angry, Phil.
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Because you're going to see that the most...
Yeah, exactly. Fightcade has rules, but Phil doesn't even realize that because, again, he's not doing a lick of fucking research.
ludicrous things, right? Like, I predict...
I hear gecko instead of get-go. There are times where I say it quickly, too, and it sounds like I'm saying gecko, too.
I'm going to pick Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and the first
I thought you didn't like Third Strike.
fight will be against a June, and the June will be perfect, where he'll be able to...
June the King?
Excuse me, not a June, a Yoon. And he's going to do the...
Why did you bring up June of all things? I know there's a character named June, but I think the reason why you bring it up June is because June the King. I don't know if that's a Freudian slip or something.
perfect hit string into super, into the big combo, into the super, into the big combo, into the super, into the big combo, into the super. Which is very tough to do offline, but he'll be doing it perfectly online.
Then again, though, Phil, if they know how to do it online or offline, they've practiced. They know how to do combos, Phil. Something you clearly don't.
Because they've probably been doing it for 30 years, right? And I'm like, now what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? How is it that they know how to do this move and I can't?
I guarantee it.
Hey,
I really
stupid.
don't... I have 2 big bills due this week.
Anonvoila donated $4.99. This season of Pigverse has been the best so far. He lost 1 million, became an L.T.G. trying to ban every SF6 player. Now he is hiding from Fightcade.
Big ups and on for the $4.99. I appreciate that too. Also, also another thing when you bring up LTG, banning like Street Fighter 6 players, also dashboarding or plugging, and then all of a sudden get yellow carded. And he's like, "Why am I yellow carded? I don't understand. I went through 10,000 matches. I shouldn't be yellow carded." Capcom needs to listen to me. I'm just like, no, Phil, they're not gonna listen to you.
Right? And I'm like, now,
But big ups and on. I appreciate that.
what the fuck? I guarantee it. I really don't think... For example, when I play these games on console, a lot of the times, the vast majority of people I'm playing aren't great. Because they're just casual people who are interested in retro fighting games. They buy it on their Xbox, they buy it on their PlayStation, they pop it in, and they play it, and you get some comp, but it's not necessarily high-level comp. But
I'm sorry, Phil, but this is why I'm pressing X out. Every single time you go up against anybody, you don't even know if they're casual players or not. You don't even know if they're competitive players or not. Instead, every single time you get your ass whooped, immediately you want to call them a scrub that they don't know what they're doing. And every single time that you come up with someone that's trying to learn the game, and they get some good hits on you, you don't give GGs or how they can improve. Instead, it's always, they suck, they don't know what they're doing, free win.
good because you can mess around. You know, I can mess around with my Urian. I could stick around with Hugo, characters who aren't.
Wait, hang on, what?
Stick around with Hugo.
Why you want to dick around with Hugo, Phil? Again, the way that you phrase things, it's a really bad choice of words, especially the words dicking around, and especially Hugo, a big muscular man like Zangief. Just Jesus Christ, Phil.
Oh, characters who aren't, you know, tournament viable for me, but I can at least mess around with them. I'm going to get on Fightcade, it's going to go like this, just immediate spanking by every person that plays me. And I know it. Like, I'm already expecting that. I would be
Why is it that you get spanked and not your wife? That's all I got to ask, Phil.
shocked if I play Fightcade and I fight people of, like, average skill level and I can actually hang with them. I'd be, like, blown
Phil definitely has a type.
away if that happened. Okay? So, that's number one. And then number two on top of it, again, I just want to point out the fact, since this is a PC client, I guarantee you this is going to be a way for rampant cheating. Or, excuse me, not rampant cheating, rampant trolling is what I meant to say.
No,
for example, I'm already being told...
No, you're thinking about cheating, Phil. You were thinking about cheating. Because isn't that what your wife did?
Oh, yeah, with Fightcade, there's no way to stop the chat on the screen, so people could just sit there saying awful things, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, yeah, on Fightcade...
Can't you do research on that, Phil? Can you actually cite the source for this?
People could just non-stop spam invites on you to play you, so you have to immediately turn it off, because if you don't, immediately, they're just going to just constantly spam, and you'll never be able to use the dang thing.
Alright, I forgot he was called Monkey Spank before. And also, great series that's on WPIG called the Monkey Spank Monologues.
It's just constant pop-ups or things in your face
What up, Shiloh?
that'll bother you. Like, really? Okay, that doesn't sound very good. Now, I have a legit question for everyone. I don't know how many of you have ever used Fightcade. Okay? What about
Clearly you don't, and yet you're asking people, oh, do y'all know how to use Fightcade? I don't think y'all know how to use Fightcade.
your IP address? That's actually a major concern for me. Like, I can't have my IP address getting leaked and having more people try to DDoS attack me or DDoS me or whatever the fuck it's called.
You know full fucking well what that's called, Phil. You know full fucking well what that's called. Because there's videos in the past that you were saying that you were DDoSed. You had a fucking Christmas special where you sang a song that you were being DDoSed. Like, for God's sakes, you know what the terms are, Phil. But I love how you're like, I don't know what they're called. They're docking or DDoS. I don't know. Because it's,
Okay.
Because it's you, Phil. And you want to bring this up. You really want to bring this up for no fucking reason at all. I just don't get you.
And I have a new IP. I've had a new IP for months.
I don't think Phil understands that the IP is going to be different.
So
Because he got new equipment.
I need to find out that using this Fightcade is going to protect my IP address.
Okay, people said this before, but the best way to do that is get a VPN.
I can't have it that people are going to have a way to discern my IP using this client. What's hilarious is people have asked me to use it for 10 years. Not a single person has brought up this thing, this point about IP addresses. Okay?
Uh-huh, no one brought this up to you, huh? Then why is
Hey,
it that you knew
stupid.
about it?
I have 2 big bills due this week.
An Envoila donated $1.99. Cat rather play with Tyrone than co-op with Phil.
Big ups and off for the 199. I appreciate that, though. But no, she's playing co-op with
Hey,
Tyrone.
stupid. I have 2 big bills due
They're
this
playing
week.
downstairs right now.
HBeasy23 donated $5 Australian. He wants to play Fightcade on his mini PC. He could barely play Chrono Trigger on it.
Big ups to Beezy for the 5 spot for Follow Australian. I appreciate that, too. Yeah, that was another funny thing, too. He gets the mini PC, tests it out with Visage and Skyrim. Those fucking parts of the videos that he's showing off were bad, especially due to the fact he's playing on the somewhat lowest settings. It still looks god fucking awful. And yet, every single time he's trying to play Chrono Trigger, he's coming across with issues. Same thing with Phasmophobia. How do I do this? How do I do that?
Please clap.
It was such a sight to see. Glub glub. But again, how is it that he knew about the IP address and then all of a sudden said that nobody told him about it? It's like someone told him about it.
So, I need to know tonight, when we're doing a live setup of this, how it works, how to prevent the trolling. Before I boot a single match, I need to have this set up so we're not going to have pop-ups constantly with people inviting spam. We're not going to have people getting my IP and trying to knock my streams offline. You know, this all has to be figured out before I fuck around with this thing. All right?
Yeah, we gotta do all these things, guys. You gotta do it for me, because I'm too stupid to figure out anything.
Please clap.
Slap, slap.
It's not as simple as, oh, I'm just a Joe Nobody, no one cares, so I can just download it and use it. No, you know